Hi, my name is Nick. I'm heading off to work today, but I thought I would talk to you about sustainability. So first, let me see, I have to get my keys. Alright, good. Alright, how about car keys? Yeah, I'll go ahead and bring those. Alright, I'm headed off to work today. I'm in Trento, Italy, for the summer. I'm doing an internship, but I'd like to talk to you about some things that I've learned along the way. So, just leaving my apartment now, going down the stairs. I don't need the elevator today, so I have 2 legs. Oops, heading down. Go outside. Okay, so, going to work. I have a few options of what I could do. Well, first of all, I could take this nice car here. I did bring my car keys. Let's see, where are they? Alright. So, actually, better yet, why do that? Look at it, it's a beautiful day today. So, maybe I can just take my bike to work. It's not that far, right? Bicycle's good. So I got this lovely bicycle from the Netherlands, and, oh, what's that? Looks like I have a flat tire. So I guess I'm going to have to walk today. Basically, I could have taken the car, but have you seen the gas prices lately? It's been a couple months since I've been in the U.S., but if you look at the prices here, $1.59 a liter. So I can really just walk to work today. It's not so far. Plus the scenery is really nice. Basically, sustainability is a very important thing. Essentially, I could walk pretty much anywhere I want to go. So, actually, I do kind of live a little bit far from my workplace, but essentially I have to go up those mountains. But it's really not that far. I can do it. If I had my bicycle, it would only take me like 15 minutes, maybe about 25 minutes now, walking. Basically, sustainability is very important in our lives. I could drive a car anywhere, but let's think about my carbon footprint. And let's think about my wallet. I'm actually a student, and normally I don't get paid very much money. So it makes more sense to possibly take public transportation, ride a bicycle, basically anything like that. There's a lot of things you can do in life to live sustainably. I was fortunate last year to actually live in the Netherlands, in Groningen, where everyone seems to ride a bicycle, so it's kind of very easy to live a sustainable life. They even have special lanes for bicycles, they have traffic lights, different things that we don't have in the United States. But if we did have these things in the United States, then more people would be willing to ride bicycle to work instead of driving their cars. We have a huge problem, especially in the summer, of people who live maybe 1 mile away from work, and they still hop in their car, turn on their air conditioning, turn on their music, and drive to work, when in reality, if they hopped on a bicycle, then they could probably get there in about the same amount of time. Who really cares if you break a little sweat every once in a while? Groningen is a really nice city in the Netherlands, where everyone seems to ride bicycles. I mean, you have big cities like Amsterdam, Utrecht, Den Haag, different places like that, and they all seem to have the same trend. They seem to have people who live very healthy lives. I've seen many 70-year-olds or older who are still riding bicycles and look fit enough to run a marathon. But sadly, when I look at the situation in the United States, it doesn't seem to be the same. I mean, cars are good and all, if you think about why you need them. Essentially, I wouldn't want to ride a bicycle carrying a couch, but I mean, if I have to do some grocery shopping, and my grocery store is only a mile away, I could just hop on a bicycle, bring this lovely backpack right here, maybe look like a criminal, but essentially, I can carry my groceries myself. I mean, it's nice to have a car, and especially when you're like 17 or 18 years old in the U.S., it's really nice to show off to people your nice set of wheels and how tight your rims are and different things like that. But really, I mean, you could probably do the same with a bicycle. I mean, last year I was in Philadelphia and I saw a guy with a gold-trimmed bicycle with like 20-inch rims, and he was looking pretty fly, I must say. So, I mean, kids, you can do the same thing with your bicycle. Maybe rig it up so you can take your lady along with you, but you don't necessarily have to do that with a car. So, my goal for today is to climb up that little mountain over there. You might not be able to see it too well, but there's actually an engineering building up there. But actually, I have to climb up a little bit further. It's actually rather steep, but it's a nice price to pay for the flexibility of leaving when I want to leave and not having so much of a carbon footprint in the environment. Okay, so I made some progress. Now it's time to ascend. Not too bad. Man, wish my bicycle was working, but it's okay. I can do this. It's actually kind of steep, but piece of cake. I can climb mountains. I mean, I didn't really learn that from the Netherlands, but from going from the Netherlands back to the U.S., did for this internship in Italy, I've really learned how to be rugged and deal with these kind of situations. The Netherlands was nice because you could ride a bicycle anywhere. Everything was really flat, kind of like Ohio and all those other states in the Midwest. But wow, this is deep. Okay, but being here in Italy, you can kind of see that there's a big incline, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Just have to pace yourself. Similar with living a sustainable life. You can't change everything all at once, but you can start small things. For example, I work with computers all day, and at least right now, there's not a lot I can do to prevent the use of servers that take a lot of energy, consuming a lot of electricity, and it's heavy. But basically, I can start with me. Computers are going to be around for a long time, and hopefully I will be too, but I don't have to drive a car. But I must say, nowadays it's also possible to buy computing components that adopt more green standards. They don't cost much more money, but they reduce the amount of electricity you use every month. So, this was my first objective here. I made it. So now I can keep climbing. Now, one question you might ask is, why don't I just take the public transportation? Come on, that's a sustainable way of living. It's true. I could take one. But it's the summer. This weather is great. And I'm tired of being cooped up indoors all day. And again, I feel like I'm getting some love handles. So I'm just going to keep climbing up these hills. Now we're coming to the fourth mode of transportation that you can take to get from destination A to destination B. The train. Okay, so I'm almost there. I just have to go up that mountain right there. You can see it in the horizon. I'm just playing with you. Ah, a car. I didn't think cars went down this road, but now I can thumb my nose at him. Basically, I can say I'm better than you because I walk. Actually, that's not the motivation of living a sustainable life. It's more of a life of humility and taking care of the environment, rather than me saying I'm better than you because I can walk. I mean, that's pretty mean to say. I think one of the problems in the U.S. is that we don't necessarily look to our neighbors to see other ways of living. And our public transportation system, again, isn't the greatest, but it can improve. I think we just need to learn from our peers. I mean, you can look in different famous cities like Copenhagen. I already mentioned many Dutch cities, but even many German cities seem to have really nice public transportation systems. But I can't go dissing the U.S. about everything, because I know in New York City you have the metro, or the subway I should say, and in places like San Francisco there are really nice means of public transportation. The problem is getting these means of sustainable living to cascade down to the smaller cities and into the suburban areas. So I think what we need to do over the next few years is to really consider how we can change these cities. Okay, so I finally reached my destination. Didn't get hit by a car. Didn't hear anyone swearing or honking at me. So essentially, I'll just leave you with this gem. If I can do this, you can do it. If I can live a sustainable life, you can do it. Good for you. Good for your country. They always like to say that. And it's good for your wallet. Most importantly, it's good for this, your environment. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening to me jabber on as I endured fatigue climbing those mountains, but I wish you the best. Oh yes, and thank you KLM for this opportunity.